welcome to Saturday Morning Momentum, where we are going to spend a couple of hours setting some intentions of projects, aims, goals, anything that we would like to get done during our power hour. You get one whole hour to focus on whatever it is that you want to get done in your life at that moment. It could be planning your to-do list for the week. It could be reading, catching up on some reading that you need to do, whether it's professionally or personally. It doesn't really even matter. I mean, your power hour is designed for you. You might need this power hour for some self-care. The main goal of this is just for us to come together as a community and support one another in whatever our intentions are for this time, and hopefully cheer you on throughout the rest of the week. So I'm Kat of Kat's Novel Adventures. For anyone who is new here, welcome. Please introduce yourself in the chat. I'm being joined today by my lovely friends, Jen at Literary Love 123 and Lee at Dark Roots Creation. Liz is in Boston and Laurie is in a pumpkin patch somewhere. So very excited to be joined by both of these lovely ladies and with everyone in the chat. And if you happen to be watching this on replay, let us know what you got up to. I'm always fascinated to find out what people are doing during their power hour. It may actually inspire me to do something, during that time. Because, you think an hour, it's weird. In some aspects, it seems like a long time. In other aspects, it doesn't seem like it's long enough to get something accomplished. But I'm always amazed with how much we get done in an hour. I think it's because we're so super focused that we're under the gun for that we don't dilly-dally. We don't spend our times glancing at our phone if a notification comes up.
Yep.
So welcome, Jen. Today is a big day for you.
Yes. Tonight is my daughter's wedding rehearsal, and the wedding is tomorrow. So I'm trying to focus all of my energy on that. Most of you probably know that my mom is in end-stage Parkinson's, and so that's horrible. It's just horrible. That's all I can say about it, because end-stage involves not only the tremors and the mobility issues, but also hallucinations, dementia, sometimes trouble swallowing. So it's difficult, doesn't even begin to describe what it's like. But I am working very hard to focus on my daughter this weekend, because she deserves my full attention, and it is very exciting and wonderful. And I'm very happy for her, because we do love he's already our son-in-law, because the marriage certificate part is done. They're officially married. So we just have the wedding tomorrow.
Very
nice.
That's
what's going on in my life.
Very nice. Well, we're all here. We've been praying for you, sending positive vibes your way. Those of us that have gone through something similar, know where you're at. So we love you. You know that. And Lee, how about you? How has your week gone?
Well, first I want to say, because I already see her in the chat, I see Esther Jane's here. So I do want to say happy birthday to her.
I have that on my list.
I was waiting to see if she'd pop up. So I want to say happy birthday to her.
Yes. Happy birthday, Esther Jane. I need to sing to you.
Yes. I love to hear you sing.
Yes.
So how was your week, Lee?
Pretty good. I was supposed to have my second fall day with another friend, and that fell through because their kid got poison ivy.
Oh gosh.
So, and everywhere you can get poison ivy, they've gotten it.
Did the child roll in the poison ivy and not realize?
Apparently, yes. Apparently, they were all pulling weeds. He didn't know. He was playing around in it, and it got everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
So I wound up taking myself out on my own fall day, and I had a great time. So.
Very nice. Very, very nice. I was going to say maybe you were going to try 3 times, and it was either going to be the charm, but no, keep stepping up.
I was like, you know what? If you want something done, you got to do it yourself. So I'm just going to go take myself, and I'll do the things I want to do, and I'll go where I want to go. and not have to check with anybody else. So
Right.
I
Right.
love that. I love
I
it.
do too. I do too. I mean, that's kind of like the whole theory behind the artist date kind of thing that we're doing for Artist Way. But my week went pretty well. I mean, I had some days where I was, kind of feeling a little anxious, but I did get my intentions done. I finished my Halloween cards. I worked in my home library for about 2 hours this week, maybe even a little more. And I worked on week 3 for Artist Way. I still have to record my response in the Discord, like what I did for the week. But I can do that sometime today or even tomorrow. It's just wrapping up, the week. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's just this week, for whatever reason, went by so quickly that I'm just like amazed. I just don't even understand how time can go by that quickly. I mean, it's almost like everything's on acceleration. So I'm like, slow down, slow down. So today we have Hermie in the house. Love a Saturday. I'm home to get my weekend momentum on. Hi, all. Hello, Hermie. Hope everyone is doing well. Yep, we're hanging in there. And Denise is here. Good morning. I'm going to work in the basement today, trying to declutter. Oh, I know that feeling. I've been trying to declutter all year long.
Yeah.
I have resigned myself to the fact that I need to clear my decks before the end of this year. I am not going into 2026 with these goals still on my list because it's ridiculous. I think part of it is I need to structure my day where I just focus on that and nothing else. Kind of like a work day. I need to pretend that I'm going to work. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to work, but it's at my house. And Sarah's here. Good morning. I'm reading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, still enjoying it and having coffee. Nice. Eleanor says coffee cheers. Cheers to you.
I do just want to point out, earlier today, I was coloring in my Pumpkin Spice Cafe coloring book.
Very nice. It's funny you said that. I happened to see that. Where did I see that?
Target.
Oh, Target. Yes. Thank you. It was yesterday. I happened to see it at Target. And when I looked at it, I'm like, that Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I thought that was a book.
Yeah.
So it must be the coloring book that's based on that. I don't know. It was me passing by with my little buggy doing my regular shopping, and it just caught my eye. And I'm like, I thought that was a book. I didn't realize. I didn't go to check to see that was a coloring book, but that's pretty awesome. Very awesome. And Denise says, hi, Hermie. It's been a while. And Hermie says, hey, Denise. It sure has. Esther Jane is here. Morning to Esther Jane. Esther Jane's birthday is today, and we need to sing to her. So here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Esther Jane. Happy birthday to you. And I think this is confetti.
Yeah, you did it. Look, I love it.
Happy birthday. We're so excited for you. Birthdays are very special to me. I think that they are more special for me than Christmas or any other holiday. I mean, because it means another year that you are able, it's such a gift, really, if you think about it, every year that you have. So, enjoy it, Esther Jane. And you're having your birthday on the weekend. So you could be wild this weekend if you wanted to. Don't just get too, so wild that something happens, like you get arrested or something like that. I mean, it would make for a great story, though, if you
would.
Tina's here. Happy Saturday. Today I'll be reading for the Power Hour. Excellent. Good morning, Michelle. I want to jump on and say hi. Hope you're all having a blessed weekend. Yes, so far so good. I'm supposed to be going to see Rocky Horror Picture Show later this evening.
Oh, yay.
Yes, it's playing at the Columbia, and it is the 50th anniversary. I don't get to see it every year, but I'm like, for the 50th, I have to go do that. You are quite welcome. We like celebrating you. And then book Hermie. I was going to say book Hermie. Hermie says, I am using today's Power Hour to get prepped. A book club live show tomorrow where my co-host isn't able to join, and we have the author of the book joining. So I want to make sure I'm well prepped. That sounds amazing. Very nice. And love to you, Jen. Yep.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Good morning, Jellica. My mom was discharged from the hospital last week, and I brought her to my house. We were figuring it all out and getting a routine down for me and all of the animals. Yes, because Jellica's mom's going to be staying with her quite a while during recovery. So the blessing for Jellicle is that she does work from home, because I don't know how she would have done it. She would have probably had to have somebody come in to help with her. Michelle said, I'll be starting my very first Nora Roberts book later today, Undercurrents. Very nice. I have not ever read a Nora Roberts book. I do have a couple of books, and I did buy one when my friend had a garage sale. I didn't buy it. She wouldn't let me buy it. She gave it to me, and I'm like, I need to read this just to see what it's about, because she's very popular, and apparently I've seen Nora Roberts movies. One that stands out to me is one that maybe Heather Locklear was in, possibly. Anyway, and I liked it. So I'm like, if they're all kind of like that, I'll give her a whirl and we'll see. Yeah, let me go ahead and put in our intentions, since we do have some people letting us know what their intentions are, and then we'll come back to ours. Let's see. Denise says, I have the same mission, Kat. Want to have my decluttering done by the end of the year. Yeah, I'm not going to have my entire house done, but the stuff that is on my 25 for 2025, I want to have done. It has just been ridiculous. And it's myself. I mean, if I have the choice between doing something fun or decluttering, I'm going to choose the fun. And I think I have been doing, and I learned this through my morning pages this week, I have been using stuff that I feel like is important, more like enrichment activities, I guess I would say, to keep myself busy. And then, oh darn, I don't have enough time to do whatever I need to do. And I think what it is I'm procrastinating by working on something.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I had that a little aha moment. And I love the coloring book, Lee. Coloring is so relaxing. I agree. And hello, Alicia. How are you? Did you get your story sent off? I think I saw that. Did I see that in Discord? And I need to get the coloring book. Happy birthday to Esther Jane. Woot woot. And oh my, you all made me smile. Well, I'm so excited. That gave me a happiness boost to make you smile.
Yeah.
And then Too Old for Wild these days, but reading. That I love, and getting ready for Brady Sunday. Well, you know what? I mean, Brady is that's kind of wilder than Beaumont sometimes. So that'll be your wild for the weekend. You can live vicariously through Joanna Brady. Morning, Jen. I think Power Hour is going to be spent prepping for the day, cleaning up the house, and a school assignment or priorities. Nice. And then happy birthday to Esther Jane. I obviously did not sing along with the happy birthday, wink, wink. Just be glad you can't hear me. Well, I'm not the best myself, but I love to sing. And I just figure, well, you know.
Yeah, I was singing last night. Like one of my cats, Freya, was in my lap, and I'm a big Swiftie, so yeah, I've been listening on repeat to the Life of a Showgirl album, and Freya was in my lap, and then all of a sudden I just belted out, started singing. I have a horrible singing voice, and he got up, looked at me, and then jumped out of my lap. So I was like, well, thanks a lot, Freya.
Like, that's not helping your self-confidence.
No.
Oh my gosh. Yes. We, in my household, a lot of times they know when I'm mad, like, you know, I'm like miffed or upset or whatever, because I'll start singing show tunes. And it's not that I'm singing an actual show tune. It's that I'm singing whatever I'm annoyed about as a show tune.
I love it. I wish I could be a fly on the wall and hear that.
That's why I'm the crazy lady in the house, because it's like you just get to a point. It's like, if I don't sing out my feelings, something very terrible could happen.
Yes. Pillow therapy might get into a place.
Right. Pillow therapy for sure. And sorry for the lack of any grammar in what I am doing today. Comment. That is fine. And Eleanor said, I'll be reading my first Nora Roberts book this November, thanks to Lee. Yes, Lee is running Nora Roberts November.
Mm-hmm.
Stormy's here. Hello. Finishing up watching a movie called A Green Journey starring Angela Lansbury. And I just now found out it's based on a book. Wow. I like Angela Lansbury. She always reminded me, my mother-in-law favored her. And so a lot of times when I would see my mother-in-law doing something, I'm like, oh, it's Jessica Fletcher. Very true. And then happy birthday from Denise. Hello, Molly. I plan to start the Power Hour with the morning page. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. And yes, I got my short story submitted the day before I got sick. Still waiting to hear if it is accepted or not. Do you know how long it generally takes, Alicia, to get word? And happy birthday to Esther Jane from Stormy. And this morning I have no voice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hopefully it comes back. And happy birthday to Esther Jane from Molly. And Sarah likes Nora Roberts, but haven't read one for a few years. And Esther Jane says, I remember telling my mom I could never live past 30, just so old. And now 76. Yikes. Yes, believe me. I used to tell my mom all the time that she was so old when she was around 40. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so old. And then she got to be 50 and she was still very active in doing stuff. And I'm like, oh, you're even older or whatever. But then once you start creeping up, you're like, man, it's really not as old as I thought.
Right?
Exactly. When I was a teenager, I thought 30 was like ancient, you know. I was like 30. Oh, that's so old. But you know, I turned 50 this year. So I'm like, 70 is not even that old.
Right?
Right. I'm like, it's amazing. Angelical said, my intention for Power Hour is to update my reading journal and the various trackers I use. Excellent. And thanks to Stormy from Esther Jane. And for this submission, they say I will hear something by December, but I can check the status. Okay. Well, I mean, that's kind of a long time, but with the rate that our weeks are flying, it'll be here before you know it. So we can look at it that way. So Jen, what are you planning on doing for Power Hour?
I plan to take a walk. That has really been helping my mental health. I mean, it helps physically, but the main thing I do for like exercise, my physical health, is I have like a bike that I ride, like an indoor bike. But I'm finding going through this season of life right now that my walks are just very, very good for my mental state. So I plan to walk, and then if I have time, finish putting on my makeup. But like I said, I don't have to be down for the rehearsal dinner until a little before 5. So I got time.
Okay, well, that sounds good. I totally support walking. I just find it really does clear your mind. I wish in hindsight that I would have walked more during my season of sorrow, because I think I could have handled things a little bit differently if I would have. But it was almost like I don't know. I don't know what the reason was. I don't know if I just felt like I was too exhausted, and I was probably exhausted mentally and physically. And I just didn't think, oh, I have to add that on top of it. But I should have done it, because I've been walking since July 1st. And I'm telling you, it's just been a game changer for me, like now. So I can imagine.
Yeah. And there was one day, I don't remember what day this past week, because the days are all kind of just blending together. But one day I pretty much cried the entire walk.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't care if people see me, you know, I just needed to do it. You know, sometimes I'll stop and take a picture. Like the sun, I don't want to cry. The sun, like I live around a lot of woods. So the sun was like shining through the trees. So it was like dark mostly, but then there were like the rays of light. And I was like, there are still moments of joy and
right.
You know, despite what's happening.
Yeah, that was your message from the universe telling you that. Yeah.
Yes.
So you gotta look for this. Yeah, I know how it feels, because I mean, I was walking after Tootie passed, and I mean, it was dark, so I was like, that people would have probably thought, what is going on with this woman? I mean, tears, like I didn't even wipe them away. I just had tears streaming down my face, probably snot too at that point. But I was just like, you know, it is what it is. I mean,
cathartic.
It is.
No, it really is.
It really does. It really does help. And I do find, getting back to the artist's way, they want you to do your morning pages when you first wake up, because it's kind of like what she considers a brain drain, or like, you just whatever you're thinking of. And I find that if I write my morning pages before I walk, as opposed to writing them after I walk, very different attitudes on my part. My attitude is much better after the walk when I'm writing those pages than it is. Because usually if I write them before, I'm like, these morning pages are stupid and I hate doing this kind of thing. But then after, I'm like, oh, I thought of all these great ideas that I want to do. La, 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 la. It's like, bonjour. So the morning walks really do, I think they cleanse you, like get all that out of your mind. And especially if you're in nature, I think it's really beneficial, because that's a place for you to stay present. Whenever you want to put yourself in the present moment, Eckhart Tolle always says, go out in nature, because it's hard for you not to like really engage in what you're seeing. Sarah says, I'm trying to go for walks every morning when I drop my daughter off at the bus stop. Excellent. Denise says, I walk almost every day and it does help with grief. Yes, because Denise recently lost her husband. And so I know that she has been going through, a grieving process, her season of sorrow, so I still think about you, Denise, and say prayers for you and send positive vibes your way. Cause I know what it's like, to go through that process, not with a spouse, but, with a parent and friends. So Lee, what is your power hour? And then we'll take Alicia's.
I'm just going to start getting my to-do list and stuff ready, and maybe edit a small clip of a book review.
Very nice. I need to take care of, I did my to-do list. It's very short today, but I need to finish planning my week. I started it, but I didn't finish. And then I have got to tackle this office, because I have books, piles and piles of books everywhere. And I'm like, I have no space. I feel like pretty soon the books are going to be on my body. So I need to, I don't know how to solve this problem. I think part of it is because I need to get books on shelves. That's the bottom line. And I need to put them back once I take them off and have a spot for it. But believe it or not, my shelves are filling up and I haven't even gotten all my books on my shelves. So I think I'm going to have to get another bookshelf, believe it or not. It's like crazy, but I am making decisions to get rid of books. So that is one thing too, which is sad. I hate to give away a book that I've not read or find interesting. So Alicia said, my intentions for Power Hour is to rest and package up kids' school pictures to send to family next week, write a letter to my aunt. Nice. Yes. If you really need some self-care, Alicia, to get, well again. And then Hermie said, hugs to all that need and want them. Thank you, Hermie. Thank you for thoughts and prayers, Kat. Yeah, you are quite welcome. I know how it is. I know how sad it is. And hugs back to Hermie. Okay, so, I forgot to get my little kitty cat up. That was because I was actually working on my week and forgot about it. Oops. So just 1 second here. And I'm not going to have our background be orange. We're going to have our background be, I like the gray. It's soothing to me. I don't know if it's soothing for y'all.
Gray is my favorite color, so it works.
Oh, nice. Nice. There we go. So there's our kitty cat. So let's get started. Okay, everyone. Happy Power Hour. Welcome back. Okay, of course, Bailey's coming to the door. I don't think she likes to be the door. Tootie didn't like that either. It's like, I need to be able to access you whenever I want, human. Okay, let's see how everybody did during that period of time. I also have to watch out because I roll over her because she's like right butt up against my chair. So like if I roll backwards, I usually grab her. I unfortunately run over her tail, which I feel terrible. Okay, how did you do? How was your walk, Jen?
It was very nice. It was peaceful. My dad called while I was on the walk and asked some questions, and then he, got on the phone with Tim. My husband's a nurse, so the walk was peaceful. And talking to my dad, even though it's obviously still painful, he's making some decisions that are difficult to make, like DNR and, agreeing with the doctor. Thankfully, the doctor said, since now my mom's at the stage where she's not wanting to eat much, and they don't advise a feeding tube for her at this point. And my dad understands and he accepts that. So, like I said, we're at the end stage. It's just not knowing exactly how long this might last.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's the waiting game is the hardest. I mean, because you know that the outcome is going to be the same,
Right.
like there's not anything that's going to solve it kind of thing. So yeah, it's tough, but I mean, what he's looking for is validation that he's making the right decision.
Yes. Yes.
So,
asking me, asking Tim, because he's become like my child, because he's asking me, what do I do? What do I do? And my dad's always known, like that kind of stuff. He follows this plan, financial. I mean, he's an accountant, so he knows all that stuff, but it's like now he is in need of being taken care of.
Right. Right. Yeah. I totally understand that, but that's, he wants the validation because he doesn't want to seem like he's making the wrong decision, but really and truly the decision, I mean, there's not a right or wrong. It's what you feel that you can accept. And if your dad is to that point, that's what I think is important. And you supporting him is just going to help him with that. Yeah. Because no matter what, it's anything in life like this, when you're making a really difficult decision, it's, at least for me, I'm speaking from my personal experience, even when you make the decision and it goes on, you still have that, like, what if, kind of like, what if we would have blah, blah. But then you have to intellectually tell yourself, this was the outcome, regardless of what decision you would have made. So
And there's nothing at this point.
Are you making it for yourself? Or are you making it in the best interest of the person that you're making that decision for? And so that's what I'll
be like this. It's not really her. It's a show. It's not really
right.
her.
Well, y'all said goodbye to your mom a long time ago. Like your mom that you knew, you said goodbye to her a long time ago. And that was the thing that when we had to make our decision for our mom to put her into palliative care, which actually was hospice care, we had to accept the fact that the person that we were looking at in ICU, neuro ICU, was not going to wake up. And for her to exist, she would have had to be on a machine until whatever. And I'm like, that I know I personally wouldn't want that. And I know my mom wouldn't have wanted that. So when we made that decision, I mean, when we made that decision, it was hard. And, you release all the emotions that are attached with it. But at the end of the day, it was the best decision, for everyone involved, because it's also very hard to be there waiting,
Yeah.
So,
and my mom said, like, her mom, my grandmother had Alzheimer's, and my mom said that she would never want to live that way. And so my grandmother passed away before she got violent, but she was mostly hallucinating,
Yeah.
and unfortunately my mom, not with my dad, but just some of the people in the facility, she has yelled and cussed at them
Mhm.
as much as she could yell because she can barely speak because of the Parkinson's, but she like raised her hands up. That's not my mom.
Right. Right.
That's not my mom.
Right. Yeah, it's just it's awful to see it because like you have a point of reference, whereas these people that are caring for your mom do not. However, they understand
Right.
the disease and what is going on, so they're not taking it personally because they know. I mean, they're in that line of work or whatever to do it. But I think that's when you can realize that that is not the person that you know and you love, that they have no control over it. And then, I mean, that just makes it even sadder and what's sad about it, in my opinion, is because of the deterioration, it sticks with you for a while longer than all those years that
Yes,
you have to
yes,
really, really make yourself, look at pictures, like finding things.
yes,
I'm finding cards that I sent to my mom, or looking at through her books, or looking through things that she wrote about or whatever. That brings me back to who my mom truly
yeah.
was.
Because my younger sister and I have talked about we're having trouble remembering our mom the way that she was.
Mhm.
Even
Right.
though we were all very close, we spent a lot of time together. But now I looked at some pictures yesterday with my son, who came home, of course, for Laurel's wedding this weekend, and so we laughed at some and we cried at some, and
Right.
that helped me a lot to remember my mom
Mhm.
before this.
Right. And also too, like, I mean, luckily I do have a recording. My mom left a voicemail,
I,
and my mom would always call and say, Catherine, this is your mother. And it's like, I know that this is you, thing, but it was always how she announced it. And that's the message I have.
uh-huh.
Luckily, I have not forgotten her voice, but I have it in case, it gets to that point that I would. But I think that's been the biggest thing, has just been trying to like erase the memory of how it was towards the end, because that can send you down a rabbit hole, and that can send you down to a dark place, and that's where you start second guessing yourself. Oh, I should have done more, I should have been there and did that. But you can't do that to yourself. I mean, I think that's the normal reaction in the situation, and also when you're grieving. But you really need to focus on all of the time before this change transformation happened, because you have way more history, and it's not to say that everything in that history was hunky-dory, but
Right.
at least you have more joyful memories than not,
Yes.
and that's what you have to hold on to during that period of time. So that's why I'm glad I have my scrapbooks. I have
Yeah.
lots of pictures of my mom, where we were different things for Christmas and all of that. And so that's what y'all will go through, Jen, especially when it comes time for y'all to start looking through her things, and you're going to be like, why did she have this weird thing that she held on to? Like my mom sewed. And so I came across this like little bag that had like zippers, like that she had cut out of things. The zipper was still good. So I guess she thought, if I ever need a zipper,
Yeah.
I can
I have
use.
100.
Yes. Well, but
Yeah.
and then all this other stuff. And my dad's overwhelmed with all of that because she had so much stuff. And I'm like, so it makes me realize I've got to be better about my stuff now,
Yeah.
because I don't want my children to be like, why does mom have all of this stuff? Like, what was she planning to do with this?
Right.
So I need, that's one of the things that's in the back of my mind as I'm decluttering. It's like, do I really need this? Why am I
Mhm.
holding on to it? Because a lot of why you hold on to things is some kind of an attachment you feel,
Yeah.
towards it. And it's like, can you still have that joy and fun or whatever without necessarily owning it?
Yes.
Kind of thing. So anyway, I
Even
didn't
so,
get
because
on
you
the
might
wrong.
be able to use it one day. And I did clean some of that out recently. I'm like, this stuff's been here for 3 years. I have not used it. Get out. I'm getting rid of it.
Right. Yeah, I understand it. Okay, well, I'm glad you had a good walk. I'm glad it was very therapeutic for you. What about you, Lee? Did you get to everything you wanted to do?
I just want to say first, you saying that about your mom, like how she would answer the phone, just so clicked to me how my mom would call and leave it. She'd be like, "This is your mother." First of all, she would always call me Greta. She doesn't even call me by my real name. So she'd be like, "Greta, this is your mother, the only one you got." I would leave a message for her. I'd be like, we call her Bev. No reason why her name. Be like, "Bev, this is your daughter, the first one, not the one you like." So that's how we would like treat each other.
Oh, that is hilarious.
But this one flew by. This hour flew by, and I feel like I got like 2 things done, and they weren't even like the important ones. So
Yeah, it did. It flew by for me too. I did get my week scheduled, and it's already causing me a little bit of anxiety, and I'm just going to have to just take one day at a time because I have a lot scheduled for next week.
yes.
So I made little Post-its of things that I could possibly do during that spare time if I'm not exhausted. But yeah, I have a lot of different appointments, a lot of book club stuff coming up, a lot of buddy read stuff. It's like I must think I have a superpower that I can consume all of these books and do all of this stuff. So I don't know. We shall see. I have decided I have decided that if I don't finish the book before like this particular book club meeting on Tuesday, we're just kind of sharing. It's not like all of us are reading the same book. I've decided that wherever I am in it, that's where I'm going to be. And I'll just discuss what I got to up to that point. Because all we're doing is sharing what we liked about it and all this kind of stuff. I'm assuming. I mean, I haven't been to that one. So I'm not going to stress out about it. I'm going to try not to anyway. I'm the one that puts the pressure on myself. It's not like anybody is saying you must.
Always.
You must do this or else the world will collapse. So when we went on to a power hour, Blake came in today and said, "Good morning. I'm working on my new dot by letter coloring book, and happy birthday to Esther Jane." Blake is on Instagram, and I don't know if anyone has seen, she had a picture of all these cute little ghosty activity books, and they were precious. So I had thought maybe she was working on that, and she apparently is not. She has a new book. It's a tablet with markers attached, and you dot the color that corresponds with the letter. And she got it at Target, and it's relaxing. It almost reminds me of diamond painting with pen and paper. That's what it sounds like. That's what I'm envisioning in my brain. I'm not sure if that is correct. I mean, I haven't diamond painted, but I've seen them do that where they take the little tool and pick it up and put it on the thing. So that's what it kind of reminds me of. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm always in Target. It's like one of my favorite places to visit. I blame Target Circle for that. Esther Jane had to go. She has errands to run. I'm hoping that Esther Jane has a fantastic weekend celebrating her birthday. Shannon also popped in, getting a late start to the morning, made friends with the like button. And that is because Shannon, she does her sprints early, Monday through Thursday. So the weekend, she's kind of doesn't have to get up quite as early. And then Chris Wildfire's here. Good morning. And Molly got 2 morning pages done. They got caught up in the internet instead of closing tabs like I had intended. Yes, the internet. Yeah, it makes you crazy. Yeah, it does make you crazy. You go down a rabbit hole. That is my worst thing with this device right here. Is literally I look at something and somebody has texted me, then I'm reading their text and doing whatever, and then before you know it, I forgot why I even went on the phone.
And you've also spent another hour looking at things that, it's like, oh, are we going to meet up for lunch? Lunch. I like food. Food. Paul Newman, he makes salad dressings. Is Paul Newman still alive? Who else is working? That's what happens to me. And I'm just,
Yes. Well, and my husband, he knows that I'm doing this, but he sends me 3 videos, 2 of them about golden retrievers that have tendencies just like Bailey, and then another one about a man who is a naturalist of some kind who is interacting with a silverback gorilla. I'm like, and of course, what do? I'm watching it and I'm commenting to him because I'm like, oh my gosh, that really is Bailey. There are other people in the world that have a Bailey.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what this device was designed for, was for addiction. I'm just telling you. When I read that book and they said that, I was like, oh goodness, it's true. It's like you can be addicted to your phone, to the internet. Shannon's working on dialogue for her online scavenger hunt, which I think is very cool that she's doing one on her website. And what's also cool about Shannon is she is writing her own code for her website, which I think is amazing. So I just can't wait. I mean, I don't read romantasy, but I wouldn't mind doing a scavenger hunt. I think that would be kind of fun. And hello, Jen. I'm so sorry. Sending hugs.
Thank you.
Saying Jen to Jen.
Thank you.
And Tina said, I read for a little bit and then ate breakfast. Excellent. I hope your breakfast was tasty. Sarah ordered the coloring book and the baby dragon cafe.
Nice.
I got to page 151 in the pumpkin spice cafe. I ordered us McDonald's for a weekend treat. And we've got a few chores to do this afternoon. Sarah, any word on what's going on with the postal service in Canada? Has it opened back up? Because I mean, I know y'all, it's hard to send anything to anybody in Canada because they won't let you.
Yeah. So I was able to send mine because my cards, it was right before the postal service shut down, but I don't know. I don't think the people probably got them since they're somewhere between here and Canada, but
yeah. So what ended up happening last year when that happened, because in November I do my giveaway, my gratitude giveaway, and one of them got sent, a book got sent, but when it got there, I had sent it like the day before they shut down. It sat in that warehouse until they decided, but then once things cleared, that one got through. I had to wait to send the other one to Luna Stella. It was like, I want to say January or something before my post office would allow me to send anything. Wow. So I was just curious, to see. I hope that they don't make it long and drawn out. I think it's terrible because they're basically holding everybody hostage right at a time when people are trying to order gifts and get all this stuff, ready. And they actually did it earlier this year than they did last year. Last year, I think it was November 15th. So, and there is one of the ladies in Stormy's group was going to send me some Jessica Fletcher books, and they had that shutdown. And first it was the tariff thing, and then it was the shutdown. And I said, do not worry about sending me. Find someone in your area that you can give them to. I mean, I appreciated the fact that she could do it. And originally I thought she was in the United States when we talked about it. So it's like, yes, do not go through. Don't even worry about it. Find a good home for them. That will make me just as happy. So Hermie said, I got a good start on prepping, but didn't get as much done as I planned. Shouldn't take too long to do, though. Excellent. Denise packed 3 boxes of stuff to give away, brought some things upstairs to put away, and put in a load of laundry. Very good.
Great.
Yeah, gold star for everyone doing all this. Jen said, I made coffee and ate some toast and put in a load of laundry is what I'm thinking. Very nice. Angelical only got about half of my journal updates done. There was an unfortunate coffee pot malfunction that I had to clean up. Ugh, I hate stuff like that.
I had one of those this morning too. I guess clearly I wasn't paying enough attention, and I didn't put the carafe or however you say that word all the way into the slot like it was supposed to. And I came, back into the kitchen to like get my coffee, and it was like all over the counter. I was like, what did I do? And then I realized I hadn't put it in there. So it was like, dump it over, start again.
Right. And at that point, you can either get mad, cry, or just laugh at yourself.
Exactly.
Usually,
I laughed.
Yeah, usually when that happens to me, I laugh maniacally. Like, just let it out like I'm some evil villain. Yes, I plan to do all of this.
The unreliable narrator in a post story.
Right, exactly. But at least you got half your journal pages done. And Alicia agrees that hour did go fast. I got some hot water and honey from my throat and went on a hunt for our family's holiday advent calendar. I would also recommend, Alicia, a tea. I can't remember what the name of the brand is, but it's called Throat Coat.
Essential Medicines.
Essential medicine. Okay, so Throat Coat, I find that was recommended to my son Andrew when Andrew was having issues with his voice from singing and over projecting and all that kind of stuff. So that's what his voice coach recommended, was Throat Coat, and I've used it myself when I've had that issue. So
me too, from teaching online.
Hermie saying I'm definitely an internet. Yes. Ollie says I'm planning a house build without even having suggested moving.
Nice.
And Shannon said, yeah, the scavenger hunt won't be romantasy itself, but a ticket into the romantasy adventures. But the scavenger hunt is its own adventure with trying to help a gargoyle find his name, which I thought that was pretty cool.
Yes,
Gargoyle in there. I think they are cool. Hermie says, I feel like we might need an AA, but for internets.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Hermie and I'm an internet. I have been clean for 0 seconds. I love it. Which means I'm on that danger site Pinterest, but I have managed to close 2 tabs I opened for it yesterday. Yes, you can go down a rabbit hole with Pinterest.
Oh, and it just keeps going and going. You're like, when am I going to reach the bottom of the page?
It doesn't end.
Yeah. I know. Really and truly, they have so many neat ideas. In fact, Pinterest is what sent me down the rabbit hole with scrapbooking, because that's where I discovered mosaic moments. It's these special die cuts that make these patterns for your scrapbook pages, and they have special grid paper and everything. And I'm like, because I kept looking and I'm like, boy, these pictures are so cool. How did they make that like nail scroll thing? You know, like I could never do that. Well, then I found out it's a whole system. And did I buy some of these die cuts? Yes, I have. So I need to use them. I mean, I have used the basic ones, but I need to use the little fancier ones. So yeah, that should be my motivation. And definitely, Hermie. Sarah says, yes, it's open back up, but I guess they're doing some rotating strikes, so mail is slow. I got mail twice this week, waiting on a bunch of stuff still. Ooh, so maybe I'll see if I can try to send Halloween cards to 2 of our friends in Kelsey's Patreon that live there, Christine and Marie. Maybe they'll let me send them. And nice going, Denise. Yeah, I might need to have Denise come help me out. Hello, Travis. Caught y'all at the end. Just got up. Hope everyone is good. Good to see you, Jen, today. Got to grab some groceries. We have husbands D&D group coming, so got to clean and cook, then joining Halloween-a-thon sprints. Nice. Sounds fun. And need to try to get a walk in as well to put towards my new Conqueror Pennywise challenge. I'm obsessed with the medal.
Yes.
Eleanor played around in Canva and worked on her Halloween-a-thon journal.
I love Canva.
Love that creativity. Alicia wrote that down, Essential Medicines Throat Coat. Thank you. I'll look into it. It's not the tastiest, like Andrew used to hate it when I would make him take it. It doesn't bother me so much, but Andrew hated it, and I'd have to put a lot of honey in it. but he would just the whole time he would be like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, look, if you would put, really protect your throat, then you wouldn't be having this issue because, once you get a hoarse throat or you don't have the voice, it's very hard to come back to it,
Yes.
especially if you talk a lot.
I have to use it because like some days, like Thursday is my big teaching day this week, and it's like 3 classes online. So it's a lot of talking. And
Mhm.
if, depending on the group, because different group, you know how it is, different groups of students are different. Like I have some that they want to talk a lot. And then I have other classes where it seems like all the quiet, students are in there, and I have to like, really, get at them to answer something, and so I'm doing most of the talking, and then I'm
Right. That's how I was at the beginning of every school year because, you're off the whole entire summer and you're not using your voice. You're not trying to project over an air conditioning, or little mumblings from kids in the classroom. And I was always hoarse at the beginning of the school year because it wears you out. That, and I would have my thighs would be burning from walking up the stairs after not doing stairs for a while. I'd be like, okay, somebody needs to get back in shape. Alicia loves Pinterest for sure, a rabbit hole. I have created so many boards, and I use Pinterest every week for my groceries. I pick out recipes each week. Some I've made, some I haven't, and sent it to the hubby to make sure he approves. Yeah, I have a recipe board also on Pinterest, and specifically for my husband to make for me.
Love that.
Opens tab, Google's mosaic moments, new rabbit hole. Yeah, and she's on Facebook and she does Facebook lives all the time. And when she shows you how she's doing everything, I'm just like, oh, I can do that. But then Catherine in real life is really not like that. Like, how did she get this picture? How did she get it to cut so perfectly? And thanks to Hermie. Okay, so now we need to see what everybody is planning for the week. What are your intentions for the upcoming week, Jen? Because you'll have the wedding behind you. You're still teaching classes, and you are advocating for your mom and your dad at this point. So what do you have planned for the week?
Mostly those things, that we just mentioned. I'm not going to try to tack anything else on, just getting the wedding stuff done. Tim, thankfully, is off Monday because we don't know, like the wedding's at 4 Sunday, but then we have the reception and the big party with dancing and tons of drinks. So we don't know how late and how rowdy we might get. Tim is the DD, so he's but he's off Monday. So I think Monday we're just gonna try to relax a little bit. And then Tuesday, I may have a class to teach. It doesn't have any students in it right now, so I may not. Definitely teaching on Thursday. And the other days, I'm just going to read and watch stuff because that's where my headspace is right now.
Right. So, I mean, it's a week of self-care and then your classes. Yeah. I mean, nothing wrong with that for sure. And the other thing too is it allows you, if you don't have anything on your schedule, if something does come up, it allows you to be able to go in and take care of that.
Yeah.
So that's the one good thing about not overscheduling yourself, because any of those things you have planned, you can, rearrange. How about you, Lee? What do you have on your agenda?
I got to do my beef pickup. I want to strength train 3 times this week. I want to finish my Conquer challenge, the overall 2025 challenge, which I set my goal for 250 miles.
Ooh.
I have less than 24 miles left, so I want to get that done.
Excellent.
Finish 3 books and then do some meal prepping.
Very, very nice. I'm excited. I'm excited for you with your little challenge. I keep that it's in the back of my mind as possibly a 26 for 2026 is to at least try a challenge, because I think I would love it. I mean, I love all the different challenges. Like they got the Pennywise and the Scooby-Doo, and there's one for Van Gogh. I'm like, oh, I would really love if they made one for Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that
Yes.
one would be fun for sure. That one would be nice to do as you're walking in the dark, fog or something like that. Yeah. Might be a good way to get run over. As far as my week, like I said, I have a busy week. So my only intention is to do week 4 of the Artist's Way. I did put in parentheses, if time, work on my home library. I also made some little pink Post-it notes on my little calendar. So of suggestions of fitting things in, if, I have the time or the energy to do it. But I find this way, if I have it out there just working on Artist's Way, I won't feel as pressured to do those things. And then if I get to it, I get to it. Next week, I don't have as much on my calendar. So I think I'll even that'll be like where I can really do hardcore stuff with decluttering. And Travis said, I got to try to avoid the baked goods at Publix. They have their apple fritters. So good. Yeah, just try not to even go by that section, Travis. Alicia said, my intentions for this weekend is to rest mostly, but I do have my reading sprints and I want to clean up the library more before the holidays get here. Sounds good. Talking about the cleaning thing, the one thing that I find that is affecting me, and I'm just going to have to wear a mask, is the dust. I am clearly allergic to dust. I think most people probably are, but I just find that the dust is what really affects me if I'm doing too much, especially with my books in certain areas that I don't read them a whole lot or move them or whatever. So I think I'm gonna have to be careful about that because I'm already starting to feel like I'm getting itchy throat, which is my first inklings, allergies.
Yes.
So anyway, you reminded me about that, Alicia. I really do think I need to do that because even the little basket I had like a little layer of dust on the tops of my books because I haven't touched them in months. So I need to be better about dusting, but
it's one of the things, right, that you're just like,
Yep.
I know. It's like, and you don't want it to get a thick layer of dust because that's even worse. Travis says Jen is a baddie. She deserves the world, a vacation, and all the good things sent her way.
Yeah.
Let's manifest that. Come on, right?
Yes. We might, Travis, you and I might have to do a field trip and go see Jen and take her out. That's what we need to do.
I take y'all to the Hawthorne Fine Teas.
Yes, that's what we need to do. That's what we're going to have to figure out a time we can do that. And Molly says, I have a phone call that has been on my to-do list daily, but I'm not making. So that's the main thing on the list. I have refound the information I need for it, at least. Very good. Make that call. Get it out of your mind. And must type it up in case I lose it again over the weekend. Good plan. And my new semester starts next week, so I'll be focusing on that. Still working on keeping up with my daily found footage movie for October and just keeping sane with work. Yeah, because he's got a big database project and it's working his nerves. Molly said, I want to catch up on some housework too. Sounds good. Blake says, I'm going to try and get some of my home library cataloged and do a little decluttering in my basement. I want to try one of those walking challenges too. A Poe one sounds fantastic.
Yes.
I know. Blake, every time Lee and Travis talk about it in Discord or they talk about it here, I get like FOMO because I'm like, I want to do that. And then because they mentioned it, it's in my feed, like on Facebook. It pops up and it's like, do this Van Gogh challenge, do this challenge. And I'm like, I cannot right now. And then even Liz joined a challenge.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I think it would be fun. And where do you find these challenges? Scooby-Doo, etc. There is, I don't know, Lee, if you can go ahead and put the link.
Yep.
Be able to put a link in the chat for Denise and anybody else that's interested. But it's an app and you go through the app. It's a paid app, but it's well worth it according to Travis and Lee.
So you don't pay to actually be on the site, like to go to the site, you pay to join a race.
Right. So you can just go to the site and just look
at
around and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to join a challenge and get the medal and have them keep track of everything, because do you input your miles and stuff into it? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, then that's where the paid part would come in.
Yes.
And then Hermie said, my plans for the week is to get some walking in. I am in a health flare, so struggling with basic things, lots of reading and prep for Isabel's birthday and Halloween. Yes, I will encourage walking. It helps me. I know that. Also, too, I need to be better about like my gluten and my dairy. More so gluten. I think gluten is affecting me more than the dairy is. I had a rescan done, so I'm curious to see what my results are going to come back. But my hands have been achy, a little more achy than usual, but that's because of myself. I can prevent it by what's going into my mouth. To Denise, if you Google Conqueror Challenge, it will bring up their site. They have so many different ones that you can do. Mm-hmm. And here is the actual link provided by Lee. So if you want to check that out, I think that would be wonderful. Like I said, I'm thinking about doing one for 2026. Now, Lee and Travis, either one, if they have, can you do ones that they've already advertised? Like, is the Scooby-Doo one still one that you can do? Yeah. Okay. So it's not like if you've done it, like it's only there for like 1 month or something like that.
No, they'll give you plenty of notice. Like there are a few that are ending and they'll let you know like 2 months left. If you want to do this one, this one's going to be ending. But yeah, no, they're usually the Scooby-Doo one's still there right now. Okay. Lord of the Rings has been there. Harry Potter's been there. All these different countries are there. There's the Witcher series.
Oh, cool.
Scooby-Doo is still there. Corpse Bride, The Hobbit.
Ah. So is Van Gogh still there? Is Van Gogh still there?
Van Gogh is still there. Yep.
The thing about Van Gogh, I'll probably be crying the whole time I'm doing the challenge. It touches my heart so much. I'm telling you.
And then they usually have ones that are like an Easter one, or right now there's a Thanksgiving one coming up. So.
Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, Lee. You and Travis are like, influencing me without really influencing me indirectly. Jellicle says I have to catch up on laundry and some house chores and hopefully catch up with Halloween-a-thon. Very nice. And Hermie said, and hopefully start a crochet along project. It officially started last week, but only just found out about it. So we'll grab the yarn and just take longer than the official dates. Yeah, that's me sometimes. Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Yes, y'all come on, please.
I have FOMO too. My Facebook will start stalking me too, and that's how it always works. Yes. It's like it's amazing how they are listening to us through the phone.
Because my husband was talking about something the other night. Tim, he was talking about something. I didn't type it into my phone.
Yep.
And it showed up on my phone. And I was like, Big Brother.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see. I should test this theory to see even if they are able to know if you write it down. I might have to start doing pieces of paper to Barry. I would really like this, but like on paper.
I swear I've just thought things in my head, never said them out loud, and they've popped up.
That is kind of creepy. That is kind of creepy.
Are we in the Matrix? Are we all connected to something?
I swear no, you know what? No, everybody's going to have a Paul Newman salad dressing one later on in their
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Or they're going to have the question, is Paul Newman still alive?
Right.
The answer is no.
That's right. If you can do the race alone or you can create a group with friends, I do them alone because I'm slow. Oh, I'm slow too, Travis, so don't worry about that. And my plans for the week are to get back to my morning workouts, finish my next 2 school assignments, and maybe get a few days ahead in lesson planning. Sounds good. And my plan for this week is to finish the reformatory and pull together my costume for a Halloween party. Ooh, do you have any ideas, Eleanor, what your costume might be? Also, the challenges come with a set distance, but they allow you to change the distance if you want. That's pretty cool too.
You can also change the amount of, I don't know if this is what you meant, Travis, you can change the amount of time you do it for. So if it's like a 20-mile race, you can set it for 30 days, 60 days, 100
Oh, I
days,
love
whatever
that.
you want.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, because then I could kind of calculate how much I walk daily to see if I could achieve that.
Yeah.
Very good. And how much are the races? I know, Lee, you kind of mentioned this before a little bit.
I'm going to try to put in one right now because the truth is I bought a bunch last year at the end of the year and spent a lot of money, but I got like, I don't know, 15 races or something. I'm going to try to put one in right now and see, but I'll tell you in a second. Let me try.
Do they make do they do Black Friday sales or anything like that?
They do Black Friday sales. They also do bundles. So if you were doing like the, I don't know, Harry Potter one, there's 7 medals you could get because you could get medals for different things. I think like the house, I didn't do this one, the houses and Dumbledore or whatever like that. You could get ones for different people. So when they bundle it, you can get a better deal.
Yeah, because the thing about it is that you actually physically get a medal in the mail that comes to you. So you get something tangible for it. You know, it's the funds, I'm sure they're making a little money off of it, but the funds are going towards an actual tangible item and for running this site and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think Lee is frozen.
I think so. I think so.
Travis says, I think the Pennywise one is limited, but I'm not 100% sure. I know it's on sale right now. Sounds good. And oh my God, the Thanksgiving one is so cute, but I try to keep it at one at a time. Yeah, I don't think I could do more than one at a time myself. But I think it would be kind of cool if you could buy one, like a set of them, if you could buy them in a bundle, or if you could buy them like in a Black Friday sale and then just like put them throughout the year. Jen says, turn off the Hey Siri and Alexa. It supposedly helps, but I never had it on, so I don't know. Oh, for like if they're listening to you.
See, I don't even have either one of those, so they somehow still listen to me.
I'm reading Womb, and I'm surprised how fast I'm getting through it. And yeah, Lee, I always set mine to the max just so that I'm not too pressured. And Travis said a lot of them have a virtual map component where you go through a story that you unlock as you reach certain goals. Now, you see, I would like that because you have literacy also along with, your physical goals that you're working on. And Alicia said, all you have to do is click on it once and they mark it. Okay. Yeah. So if you, she said it's quite scary.
Yes, it is.
It is. I don't know. I think the races would be a fun little challenge to have. And I think if I could do one that kind of fits in with the theme for 2026, that would even be better. But yeah, so I don't know. Lee has jumped off. I think she froze. I don't know if she's rebooting her computer at the moment, but we are at the end of Saturday Morning Momentum. I'll give her a second if she wants to pop back on. But yeah, I mean, I hope everybody is able to get their stuff done for this week. Good thing about us Southerners is Siri can't always understand my accent, so it's harder to track us.
True. Like sometimes, a student will request online for the captions to come on. And so I try not to look at it because it is not picking up accurately what I'm saying, probably because of the Southern accent. And I'm like, that's not what I said, but I can't watch it because then I'll get distracted and be like, no, not that. No, not that. No, that's not what I said.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, there's no telling what my captions would say. Thank you all for Saturday Morning Momentum. You're quite welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope your throat feels better. I hope you get your voice back, especially before tomorrow. I'm planning to attend, Alicia, but I will be out late tonight for Rocky Horror Picture Show. It starts at 9, and I'll be getting in probably 11:30, and then having to drive home. It'll be midnight. With my luck, I'll get a second wind and then won't go to bed right away either. Thank you for being here, Jen. I hope you have a good weekend and good rest of your week and get all the things done. Thank you. Thank you. Glad I caught y'all. Glad you were here, Travis. And thanks again for showing Little Shop of Horrors last night in your watch party. It was fun. My first time watching it. And thank you from Alicia. And I have fun with Rocky Horror Picture Show. Love that.
Yes.
And are you dressing up, Kat? No, I'm not dressing up. I'm going to be lame. I don't have the energy to dress up.
I understand that.
And then thank you, Sarah, for being here. We appreciate you all. And until next week, please, have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful week ahead. Let us know what you're getting up to in the Discord. We always like to know and cheer y'all on. Give those gold stars. Give support where you need it in case you hit a stumbling block. But as I said, we'll be here next week, 8:00 a.m. Hello, Diana. Hopefully you can come check us out next week. And I have to just read this. Should wear your Amish undies. Only if I owned any, huh? And on that note, again, have a wonderful weekend and a week ahead, and we will see you next week. Bye.